The glow of the screen is the only light in the room. It's the same ritual every night. You scroll until your thumb goes numb, watching people you barely know celebrate victories you've been begging for. You see them standing in the sun, and then you look at your own walls, and the shadows feel heavier than they did an hour ago. You start to wonder if you're just a placeholder in your own life. The toxic whispers don't come in a shout. They come in a quiet, jagged question. Did he lose the map to my heart? Am I the only one he stopped speaking to? You've sat in the pews. You've listened to the loud advice about seasons and timing. It feels like a rejection. You feel like a nomad, like you're standing behind a glass wall, watching a world that has no room for you. While you wait for a door that doesn't even have a handle. But what if I told you that the silence isn't a void? What if the silence is actually the sound of a workshop? We have this idea that God only moves in the thunder. We think his favor is a spotlight. But the most dangerous thing you can do to a masterpiece is put it under the lights before the paint is dry. God isn't a divine algorithm that you can hack with more prayers. He isn't sitting in heaven, watching you struggle just to see how much pain you can take. He is a sculptor who works in the dark because the material he's using is too sensitive for the world to see yet. Think about the womb. It is dark. It is cramped. It is a place where you are completely hidden. If you were revealed too early, you wouldn't be celebrated. You would be lost. You aren't being ignored. You are being held. There is a specific kind of protection that only exists in the shadows. If God had given you that relationship, or that platform, or that yes, it would have cost you your soul. You would have given your purest devotion to someone who only knew how to consume beauty. You would have built a kingdom on a foundation of sand, and the collapse would have been your ending. His no was a rescue mission. He is keeping you off the stage because the stage isn't strong enough yet to hold the weight of the person he's turning you into. You feel like an outsider looking in, but look at who he chose to hide before. Moses spent 40 years in a desert, talking to sheep, before he was allowed to speak to a king. David spent years in caves, hiding from a man who wanted his life, learning how to play a harp in the dark, so that he wouldn't be arrogant when he finally sat on the throne. They weren't waiting. They were being forged. One of the greatest traps in the hidden season is the temptation to shrink. When the door stays locked, you start looking for a window to crawl through. You start negotiating with your boundaries. You start shrinking your spirit to fit into rooms where you were never meant to stand. You accept the half-hearted text. You accept the maybe friendship. You accept the almost life. But you were never meant to be almost. Keep your standards exactly where the Father placed them. Do not trade a sacred, eternal promise for a temporary distraction that just looks like a way out. You have a quiet space right now. It feels like an empty hallway, but it is actually a sanctuary. It is the only time in your life when you will have the undivided opportunity to learn the texture of his voice, without the noise of a partner, without the pressure of a crowd, without the magnets of the world pulling at your needle. If you view this season as a prison, you will waste the most valuable time you have. Stop apologizing for the silence. Stop checking the clock as if you're falling behind. You are exactly where he dreamed you would be before the foundation of the world was laid. The hidden season is not a punishment. It is a preparation. The world has enough people who are seen. The world has enough people who are loud. What the world needs is a soul that was built in the dark. A soul that doesn't need the spotlight to know its value. A soul that is free because you were meant for something. so much deeper than fitting in. Walk in that truth today. You are loved. You are guarded. And even in the quiet,